cut it anyways.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming back again. Hope everybody had a great week. So how you feeling?
It's been okay.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we're glad to see you, and I'm glad that you're here. We're gonna start. We have a couple things we're gonna do today. We're gonna address like some little temperature check-ins first, and then I have an activity that I would like for us to try, and I think that will be very helpful for us to utilize this activity here, and then you guys can take it home to work on. Okay. First, we talked about some behavioral, a little bit of withdrawing, defiance. What does that look like for you? How is that? How has that shown up with you this week?
Like my teachers still say that I'm not listening and I'm not doing what they want me to do, but like I just don't feel secure at home. Like what they expect?
Mm-hmm.
They sleeping in separate bedrooms and they having their issues. It was just like I don't like. Why would I be here when I got bigger issues at home?
Mm-hmm. So I hear you saying that your behavior has been, or the things at home are impacting your behaviors at school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Have we opened up the conversation about it with your parents?
I mean, they know about it, so
Mm-hmm.
like they always don't want it to keep happening.
Okay. Have either of you, and I'll open up the floor for either of you to jump in, have any of you tried to address it this week? Some of her behaviors, knowing that she knows about our conflict with infidelity. Have any of you guys tried to tackle that with daughter, or are we just kind of working on our separate things right now?
I would say because, my wife doesn't respect me, my daughter doesn't respect me either. So every time I do try to have a conversation, it's always just met with some type of disrespect
Mm-hmm.
or like, disregard.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel like neither one of them show you respect?
Eyes rolling, just not taking me serious, like just, they don't no longer consider my opinions or what I have to say, even though like when I was cheating, y'all was respecting what I had to say, so I don't really understand the difference.
Yeah, so I hear you give me examples of what that looks like, what disrespect looks like. They're rolling their eyes, not taking it in. But why do you feel like they have had that switch in behavior?
Why do I feel like they had their switch in behavior? I guess because what I did. And they were hurt about that. But, I was hurt too.
Okay, tell me more. Tell me more.
Tell you more about what?
How you were hurt.
I mean, she wasn't being there for me anymore. And so I needed someone to come to like talk to and, help me with the things that I was going through. I got let go from my job. Like there was just a lot of things going on in my family. Like, and she just wasn't there for me. And so what do you expect someone to do? Just, especially after trying for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. How when you want something to be reciprocated. So I understand that. How are you feeling hearing that?
I feel like we've just been distancing this week. It's been a little bit easier. I guess we thought that, or at least I thought that Tatiana would be better off if she didn't see us continually argue. But it sounds like her behavior isn't changing any, so I don't really know what to do about it.
Okay. Well, I do think that our activity today will kind of guide you guys in communication on how to have some of these hard conversations, because it seems like we all know the conflict, but we don't really have the resources that we need to get down to the root of it and how we want to proceed. So before we can get to the point on how we want to proceed with healing and restoring our relationships together, let's work on communication. Okay? So this activity, we are going to be using I statements. I want us to focus on speaking very vulnerably, which I feel you guys are already good at doing, right? We just are doing it in more of a negative manner, in a blaming type of way, instead of coming down to actually understand and hear each other. So we are going to all check in with each other. Okay, so we're going to start with probably daughter, and then we'll move on to parents. We're gonna start with saying I statements, right? So I feel because, and you can let it out however you need to. The key to this is the response. Okay, so of course we're gonna wait till she finished talking, and then when you respond, you can respond the exact same way. I want you to be as vulnerable as possible. I want you to try your best to respond empathetically, meaning of understanding of those emotions of where they feel. Is this something that everybody is comfortable with trying?
I guess.
So like if you catch one of us not doing it correctly, do we check them or do you
No,
check
I will.
You saw the way that she looked at me when saying that. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This disrespect.
So no, and just so that we can avoid that, right? Because tensions are already high. So we'll leave that part to me. I'm always gonna jump in if I feel that you need a little bit of energy or some extra support with guiding, using the correct emotions, using the correct terms, and without blaming. That's why we're gonna stick with the I feel. And we're also not gonna talk while each other's talking. Whoever is speaking to whoever they are speaking to, they will make that direct with eye contact, all of those great things. And so if you are not included in that partnership, in that party, we want to make sure that we are staying quiet to avoid interrupting each other, because that is a problem that we have. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Any questions before we begin?
Yeah.
No.
You ready?
Okay, we're doing I statements.
I
Okay.
feel
I feel that my mom doesn't care about this family because she hurt my mom. And I feel that she is selfish because she decided to hurt my mom. It's supposed to be her wife.
Okay. Remember, we are not going to chime in. So at this point, she was speaking to mom, so we're going to let them handle this conflict, and then we will transfer over. All right.
Okay.
So now that she has said her I statement, how she feels and because, now it's your turn to respond.
That was a proper I statement.
I feel sad and hurt. How about that?
Okay, I can understand that. Why do you feel sad and hurt?
Wait, this is not what this was for. You are responding using your I statement as well.
See?
And then we'll gather
Okay.
this, and then we'll come in next session to kind of get into the dynamics, the deeper dynamics.
Okay.
This is just practice.
So I'm supposed to respond to how she said she feels.
Mm-hmm.
I feel alone because you and mom are teaming up against me.
Great. That was
Am I
great.
supposed to respond?
No. Okay. Now we're going to transfer over. Okay. Remember, this is just practicing saying out your statements, responding with your own I statement. You guys did really good. I know that was hard, but you guys did really good.
It's my turn.
Yes.
So I can address to her.
No.
Oh.
She's asking you,
Oh.
or she's giving her how I feel about you, and then you'll respond this way, and then I'll give you two a chance.
Okay.
Oh, so it's my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that my mom is like disconnected from me also because she's like dealing with this because she's dealing with it. And I feel like I can relate to alone. Just like, I don't know, not a priority.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we used to do a lot of things, and now because of what happened, there's a lot of separation.
That was really good. I'm proud of you. And I noticed a common theme here that maybe we can address later, that both of you guys feel alone, right? So that is a commonality. And so that is what this is for. We can come back later and kind of address that, but I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention, all right? So both of you guys are feeling the same way, different reasons, but the same way. Great job.
I guess in response, it hurts me knowing that you feel that you're not a priority in our lives. And it makes me feel guilty because I don't want either of you to feel alone.
very nice. That was very good. And I like how you took what she said, so you can tell that you heard that, right? And I feel like that might have been very validating for you to hear, right? And you also didn't blame. A little bit of blame, but you didn't blame them. So great job. All right. You ready? Who wants to go first? I'll let you go first. Oh.
You can go first.
Okay.
Okay. I feel hurt that rather than coming to me, you felt that you had to go to somebody else to find comfort.
I feel, I don't know what the emotion is, but I feel like a problem because I am bringing so much hurt to this family.
That was very powerful, you guys. And you did a really good job. So we're going to pause here, but I do want to just check in with everybody after that activity just to kind of see how we are feeling post-activity. Did we feel like it was helpful or hurtful?
Hopeful.
Okay. All right.
I got to hear how my moms feel about the situation and that they understand how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, it's like a bit of both. I feel like it was helpful because I got to, I guess, see a different side from my family, from my wife and daughter, and also a little bit harmful in the sense of like, oh, there's a lot of hurt going around here.
Yeah, I think it definitely makes me look at things a little differently. There's definitely like deeper rooted stuff than I think we've been wanting to address.
And it was finally brought up.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did very good with bringing it up and being vulnerable without any anger, right? Without yelling at each other like we've seen in our previous session. So I feel like we are getting somewhere. So for our homework to take home with us, and we'll bring back and we'll talk about next session. I want you guys to check in with each other. So everybody is responsible for checking in with each other at least one time a day. And you can use these same statements, the same enactment activity. I feel because. And that way you can just check in how they're feeling, a little temperature check. And it also brings up some additional conversation that you guys may help you do the work at home for us to bring back and talk about in next session.
When do we address these things?
I feel like you guys might be okay to kind of talk about it, but I think for now, because we're still a little tender, let's just practice using the statements, and then we can come back. You have time to think about it, ponder over it, and you can come back and we can address it together in a more facilitated way.
And is this something we're doing as a family or like one-on-one?
I think let's start individual because we have issues with daughter going on. We have conflict with daughter going on, but then there's also some conversation that you guys need to have that I think that it would be appropriate if daughter was not there for that. So I think let's start with checking in with each other individually. There may be some things with you that she wants to address that may not be the same as mom here. So I think let's start individually, just practicing those statements, and then we can come back and converse about what was brought up next time.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes.
thanks for coming.
Thank you.